Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Commodities Update video. And today, natural gas is actually starting to look better. So we'll be talking about a lot of the bull moves that we have happening in the last 2 days. And we'll be talking about going over technical analysis on natural gas, UNG, oil, US dollar, gold, and silver. So we're looking at these tickers for support and resistance levels to potentially play off of, as well as what's the most likely scenario price to be heading into later this week. And if you guys learn anything, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Let's get started. So we're looking at this last weekend when I made the video on Saturday. I was saying as long as bulls hold above this black looking line, we are perfectly okay. And we're probably going to head higher. So essentially, the reason for that is because let's go to the hourly time frame. So when we have a big move up like this, and we don't retrace everything. And we hold above this black looking line support, which is the major support that we need to hold. You can see it goes all the way back to December. And we bounce off of that, then there's a good chance where we can retest this prior high. So that's the key I was talking about on Saturday, saying as long as we hold above here, bulls are going to be okay. And if bears break this, then we're looking at this low. But bulls ended up holding it. You can see we bounced. Let's delete this rising wedge because we had a bear break from it. But we'll keep that as a resistance in case we come up to it and retest it around closer to upper range. And so essentially, this one where we bounced on Monday. Sorry, this is not Monday. So we bounced on Friday. I was talking about where we back tested this as resistance. You can see it was acting as prior support, and then now acting as resistance. That was initially a little bit of a red flag for me as a bull. But you can see when we came back tested that black line support, it held again. So that was the sign where for the bears is saying that, letting the bears know that bulls are actually playing defense in this area, this major support. And essentially, you can see right after that, on Monday, we pretty much, they shot up. Have a nice move because of that. Because if it was like an initial bounce, came down here, bulls held it, bears are like, okay, whatever, we'll just reject it from here and then we'll take it lower. And then they tried again, and bulls, they see that bulls are actually serious this time about holding this place. So then they just probably covered, and bulls bought the dip as well. So that's what happened here. And then we had a daily uptrend confirm, but it was slightly lacking follow through. So that's a little bit of a red flag, but especially in the afternoon where we broke above here, confirming a daily uptrend finally for the first time in a million years. Trend is just a air low and a higher high. So what it looks like is like this. So on the daily time frame, big bounce, perfect. That's what we want to see as a bull. Pull back, don't pull back all the way. So it's a higher low, meaning this low is higher than the prior low. Break to a higher high, meaning this high is higher than the prior high. So we have a daily uptrend confirmed now. Although we didn't close above it, there's a slightly lacking follow through in the afternoon, but we ended up bouncing back most of its gains in the afternoon. So that is a good sign. So yeah, if we rolled over here, then that would be a daily uptrend confirmed with zero follow through. But because we came back towards it, now we still are intact, and we have a good chance to test for that 1.933 again. So essentially, we pretty much tested today. We were at 1.9. The high was like 1.24, which was that quadruple top resistance all the way back here, the hourly time frame here, all the way back here. This quadruple top here, where we tried to test that level for 5 days and we can't get over it. So pretty much we're just under it, but a resistance is an area. So you can see that area like right there. You can see all these candles chopping within it. So pretty much we tested it there today. That's why we got that rejection, I would say, on the afternoon, the morning, and that drop where the bulls bought the dip, and we may retest it again. So if we break that, then we're looking at close to this $2 range. So yeah, so we'll see. and that'll be a nice window for bulls because we'll get that daily uptrend follow through with a break of the super key resistance right there, and we'll likely potentially be able to test the $2 range if that does happen. Yeah, so we'll see about that. If we do drop, let's see, where would we? If we do drop, we want to bounce from this black line where it was acting as resistance and it was prior support, which is pretty much where we bounce off of it today. We did trade through it a little bit slightly, but you can see the wick, we had a lower wick within it, so it came back up. So it's a good sign. But let's say if we drop through that and break below here, then that'll be a red flag. Then we're back down looking at this black looking major support again. So that'd be the last thing we want to see, but anything can happen, so we want to be prepared. Although, let's see, we may come up. Yeah, we may get something here, potentially. You know, let's say bounce off here, and maybe if we do drop and we come down here, this will actually support first. But as of now, let's just not drop through this one. And the structure of the chart will be a lot more intact, right, for more of a bull move to break this 1.933. For bears, you definitely want to break this one and then come down to this zone, this 1.783 level. All right, let's take a look at UNG. So UNG is pretty much similar chart. You can see we peaked above that daily uptrend just slightly and came below it. And good thing we bounced off of that. So it's a good sign. And we delete that. We might have a little bit of a rising wedge coming, forming over time. So let's see if it continues. Rising wedge is higher high, lacking a little bit of follow through, comes down below, higher high, lacking follow through. But yeah, so we'll see about that. But as of now, bulls are definitely shaping a lot better than anything back here. Or yeah, so we might get some a little bit more follow through. Let's see if we can test that $2 range. If we do test the $2 range, UNG is likely going to come up closer to, let's see, probably closer to this $16.6 range here. If we try to test that $2 range for natural gas, we'll see about that. And yeah, I mean, natural gas has been pretty weak for a while, but finally got a little bit of a trend change. And 4 hour is in an uptrend, so that's good. Let's just see if we get more follow through on the daily charts to break this 1.93. All right, and if you guys want to hone your trading, master your trading skills, and form better habits, or anything regarding that, how to scale up your account, even if you have a startup small trading account, how to double your account, how to leverage your account, all that kind of stuff. Check out the Patreon link below. There is a one-on-one coaching session as well as free 15-minute calls to see if you guys would fit. And yeah, check it out. Patreon shop for technical analysis. If you guys want me to do a video on your particular stock, I will take a look at it as well. And let's keep on going. So oil here. Let's see. So oil has a small 8-hour downtrend, also a 4-hour downtrend, but lacking a little bit of follow through at the moment. You can see we initial move, bounce, broke below this low. Zero follow through at the moment because you can see that lower wick means we cracked through it and then bounced. But let's take a look at the 5 minutes to see if we just ran out of time or we're just okay. So we had a lot of time. That means we cracked it through here, and it just kind of goes sideways a little bit. So this could still roll over as a 15-minute bear flag moment. Let's measure it. Top move, the bottom of the move. Yep, 15-minute bear flag. If we have another leg up here, it hits the 50% mark of this drop, then that bear flag is gone. But if we start rolling over pretty much right at the spot, because we're not over the 0.382 mark, it'll be a 15-minute bear flag. So I wouldn't call this a bear break lacking follow through at the moment. But if we start bouncing just another, leg up, let's see, even just like a 0.1% up, then I would start saying this is a bear break lacking follow through. We pretty much broke the low of that key support right here, over here, right? And then it just didn't really go any further, and it's starting to grind up. And if we just grind up all the way back up, then that is definitely a bear break. I can follow through. Coming down here, then we may start to form that bear flag. And if we break through this low, that's a confirmed 15-minute bear flag. But as of now, because the longer term timeframes are still intact for oil, such as a daily uptrend, weekly uptrend, that's why it's usually there is a lack of follow through on the shorter term timeframes. That's why different timeframes are so important to have. You can see the daily uptrend is still intact. No real red flags yet at the moment. This is just shallow pullback from this initial move. This could be a daily bull flag at the moment. So a daily bull flag holds more weight than a 15-minute. Sorry, daily bull flag holds more weight than a 15-minute bear flag. So the most likely scenario is that we're probably, if we drop just a little bit more or come to the EMA 12, whatever, most likely scenario is that we'll bounce. But if we start retracing a lot more of this flag, obviously the bull flag is negated. Anything could happen. But as of now, the most probability scenario is that daily bull flag holds more weight than 15-minute bear flags. All right, let's take the US dollar. Not much here. Same thing as I talked about over the weekend. Lack of follow through on that weekly bull break after we break this weekly resistance. And we just haven't really done much. And now it's forming a daily downtrend with lacking follow through either. We just broke Thursday's low, but zero follow through. Came back. You can see we break below that candle and came back all the way up here. This wouldn't matter at all today. I would say today, just whatever. CPI data tomorrow will definitely dictate which way this is going to go for the US, especially the US dollar. So sit tight. It's going to be 5:30 a.m. PST in the morning, 8:30 for EST. And we'll see how CPI data goes. It's going to be a big one because we've been getting two hot ones for the last 2 months. And if this one comes in soft, then that means we don't have a uptrend in inflation. But if this one comes in, with consensus, then that's a good sign overall that we don't have an uptrend in inflation. And the gold is still ripping. So I think I talked about where it's ever since it started ripping, don't short it because we're in a blue sky breakout. And as long as that continues to happen, we don't want to short it. So yeah, so we'll see if until it starts forming some kind of a sideways action or pulls back, we don't know where the resistance is because there's nothing above us for that resistance to form to know where it is. All right, let's take like silver. Same idea. Silver after this breakout of this monthly wedge, it's just been ripping. It's been up 10%. Look how long it took for us to break out of that monthly wedge from all the way to August of 2020, this range. Break out this triangle. And then we're still going. So I talked about where on Saturday that this is our next target, 21.16, pretty much hit it. And next target, 20.8, and the next target is 29, which is pretty much just these levels. How much above us, especially after we broke 21.7, then you can see there's just very lacking volume here. So the least volume there is, the easier is to break through it. Down here, there's a lot of volume, so that's a lot of resistance, but we cracked through it, so that's a good sign. Here will be a lot easier to get through here. So if the gold continues, silver is definitely going to continue, but so we'll see. All right, that's all for you guys. If you have to like, share, and subscribe, you guys made this far, and I'll see you guys probably Thursday or Saturday for more updates. And good luck on you guys' trade, and make sure to stop loss, especially for natural gas. I'll see you guys around.